Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm heading out here to go pick up the new lathe and try and get this down here. It's going to go right in here, and hopefully the two of us can wrangle this 700 pound behemoth into here. I'm going to try and capture it on video, so it should be interesting to watch. And that should be the final step in organizing the shop and kind of updating it that I'm doing right now anyway. So here we go. Okay, so I'm going to conclude the shop upgrade video today and show you guys what I've done, show you the new lathe that I've brought in, where I've gotten everything set up, and that way I'll just have this done. One of the things I've got to do is I've got to upgrade the power. I don't think the machine is getting enough amperage, and as a result it's hesitating when it shouldn't be. So I'm going to try that. It's a really easy fix. I've got space in the breaker, and so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade the breaker I have in there from a 15 to a 20 amp, and then I'm also going to put in a special dedicated one and run a whole new outlet specifically for the lathe. And that way in the future what I can do is I can run a 220 over there, because I want to upgrade the motor. It's got a 1 horsepower motor now, and I really want to have at least a 2 horsepower motor in there. I'm tired of having to deal with trying to do big bowls for people and it hesitating, and it just is taking way too long. I thought this one would solve that, and it absolutely does not. It does make a lot of things better, and I'll go over that in a little bit when we get to talking about the lathe. Okay, I got the electric upgraded, and so I think what we're going to do this week to demonstrate how nice and stable this new lathe is, and for me to test if that power upgrade helped, I'm going to just go ahead and turn a large Christmas tree on a large block, something that just wouldn't have been possible without a lot of rocking and shaking around on the other lathe, and we'll see how that goes. I realize that this is not getting a good angle there. Let's try moving this around over here and see if we can get a better angle. Maybe this way. That should be better. Let's try that. Came out of center. All right. So the rough turning, this lathe does an absolutely magnificent job. It's so big, it weighs almost 700 pounds, I think, and it does not shake or move around at all. And this tailstock is fantastic. It really has so much power, I tend to push into the wood too far, which is a nice change from the midi lathe, the mid-size lathe that I had. Things I really like about it: the tailstock. Love the tailstock. I love the size. I wish it had a quick release here, but it is a short, like I only have to do 2 turns to either tighten or loosen, so it's pretty quick and easy. This Reeves drive speed control actually works really, really well. And while it would be nice to have a digital readout on here, I don't know that it's worth enough to me to right now go and put that type of system on here. I know you can, people have done it, but it gets kind of pricey. I think the next step is I'll upgrade this to either a 2 or 3 horsepower motor and put it on 220 instead of your regular household circuit. Right now, I've upgraded it to a 20 amp breaker, and that seems to have helped. I think it just wasn't getting the power that it needed. So what I've been doing is I have been rough turning logs like this on here, and then I literally just turn around and I finish turn them on here because it's got the digital speed control, and I'm so used to this lathe that finishing the stuff out and doing the fine work on here is really nice. So it makes a really amazing setup. I really like how it's turned out. You can see here that I've got the 2 lathes right across from each other, and it's literally 3 feet. So I can just turn around and it's right there. I guess the one thing I would do and I may yet do this in the future, is off of this put something that comes up right here so I can have my sharpening system right here. Because right now I've got to walk around over to here and it's on my bench here. And while that's not that far, I sharpen stuff a lot, and it was really nice when it was over here. So that's probably the next thing I'll do, is put a bench there with the sharpening system. But overall, I'm just so happy with how the space has come along. It has been really fun to try and do this and figure out what's the most efficient for me. These big markets I've learned a lot. Doing the big Christmas market, I learned so much at that, and I don't know if I want to do it for a month next year, but one of the people that runs the market is really keen on me doing it. I was the only handmade goods person there at that market, and when I would do the live turning, I would get huge crowds of people. People loved seeing it, and on Saturday morning, I was trying to make a Christmas tree that didn't have balls on top as a sample because we were running out of the balls. And for 3 hours, I kept making them, and people would film me, and then they'd go in and to the booth and they'd say, "Hey, I want the one he just made." And we never did get a sample made. It was a great problem to have. I mean, it was so much fun interacting with everybody, and I will definitely be taking my small lathe to shows now as much as I possibly can. It makes a world of difference in interacting with people. People love getting to see it, and I think I could get to where there's 2 or 3 different products that I do regularly, and that's what I take. So anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I just wanted to give a little update on, hey, here's where we are, and moving forwards, I'm going to try and make these videos really about turning cool products every week, because moving forwards, I'm going to really need to try and find items to replace my Christmas trees, snowmen, and gnomes, or at least to some extent, because that's not a huge sale item in the spring. Anyway, if anybody has any ideas, put them in the comments. I would absolutely love to hear your ideas about great seasonal sale items that I could make on the lathe and sell at markets, because my intent is to keep doing the markets pretty much every weekend. Thanks so much. You all have a great day.